Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Dominions 5. I am Keejchen, this is Bob, the god of Friwald. In the early summer of the year 5, the Ascension Wars turn 63, and we have a messenger from Avas. Now I realized that last episode I sort of redundantly spoke about Avas again, and the whole message I had done the turn before. I forgot that that was already done. Anyway, it's only fair that the most diplomatic god be the last one I fight. I'll agree with that time limit. So he's referring to me here, but he doesn't know about my whole ascension business. Which, okay, let's just be... I'll be frank here. I am diplomatic, but I was also a little bit treacherous. I am gonna stick to my word with Avas here and be the good guy from the rest of the series. And if he backstabs me, then more power to him. You know, I'm not gonna be silly, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm a little bit intrigued if he does. I'm sort of hoping that he would backstab me. That would also justify my backstabbing, right? If he backstabbed me later in the game. So I'm kind of hoping he does, but if he doesn't, then he's a good guy, and we shouldn't complain about that. I still think that he sort of has to if he wants to win, but maybe he's got something else planned. You know, like I said, I'm not a specialist in the late game of this, the Dominions 5 at all meta. So he might have something up his sleeve that I'm not anticipating, and maybe he'll just kill me somehow. The main thing I think is that I need to keep my capital, because this is where all my best production is coming from, and I need this is where my Wraith Lords are coming from. Now we will have Wraith Lords coming in from Laria soon, so we need to keep those two provinces throughout the entire war with Avas, but then we should be okay. I can't imagine. And we have some really good mages in the capital as well that are key to my production of different things and recasting what's it called? Well of Misery and all the things. Now, last episode, I spoke about this assassination with Samwise, and I was going to show you guys this turn, but I just spotted it last turn, and you know, it is what it is. He managed to find one of these human commanders, which would have been nice to kill, but he was scripted to retreat. So all that stuff, all these gems that he had on him in terms of things here, our assassin heart, this is 10, 5, 10, 15, 5, and 10. So you have to subtract 2 from all of these numbers, because we are using the hammers to reduce them at least, but still, he's worth 35 gems on his own. He was a hero. Just silly. My bad. We lost an angel to that. Bad things will happen, you know. In Dominions, it's hard to think of everything. So we are attacking in Farah, and this is with our Frodo III, the Angel of Fury, who now has some blood slaves with him, and he's going to be casting Hell Power again. Let's see how it goes. This is the province defense that he's up against. There's no mage support here at all, so it's all just units. He's casting Hell Power, and I'm interested. We go to Fatigue 200 precisely. It's actually really bad, but he does get Reinvigoration 5 on top of the 3 he already had, and he's already down to okay. So I guess he gets 13 back per turn. So the normal is 5. Yeah, okay. If the unit is unconscious. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a difference here. Units automatically recover 1 point of fatigue each combat round, or 5 if the unit is unconscious. It's in the tooltip here, you know, but you can't contain all the information in Dominions 5 inside your noggin. I had read that before. Now we can reconfirm it. So he will recover 13 per turn while unconscious. Very cool. And then once he's out of it, he will then recover 9 per turn, which is still good. But that means he is going to be out of the game for 74 divided by 13 turns, which is a few. And he's not going to be... He's scripted to cast Reinvigoration next, but he's not going to be able to get to that point. So, what am I getting at here? We don't need the extra blood slaves, basically. It's sort of redundant having them. They just get killed here, which, okay, that, to be fair, that buys him a little bit of time, like a buffer. Some meat shield. So maybe it's not that bad, but they don't do any spellcasting bonuses for him. Now, he has his wine shield, which is probably exactly what he needs in order to get back into the game after being unconscious for that many turns. The question is, did we even need hill power here? Probably not. It might be just a loss of blood slaves effectively, and he gets horror marked, so might not be worth it. Now, this battle here is not super interesting, is it? But wait, there's more. Because horrors are coming in. So let's watch it. He does get stronger. So, because of his life drain here, he will in fact, every time he kills something, increase his maximum health pool. And he's not really taking a lot of damage, so he's fine. Oh, now he's doing spells as well. Leeching Touch, which also gives him more, gets him more hit points. And the horrors are attacking the humans as well. Down to 86, or down up to 86. Now the horrors, I think, can in fact harm him. So you could argue that casting Hell Power is actually detrimental, if anything, when you're fighting this kind of Province defense, because they would not normally be able to hurt him at all, right? And then, once the Indies rout, he starts fighting the horrors, and they have a fear aura, and somehow he fails a fear check. And no. Spoilers. But he gets surrounded by horrors at the very end, and he has to fight them while people are running off the field, I think. Yeah, they keep spawning, but he's flying and attacking rear. He's up to what? 86 hit points. Kills that horror. But more horrors arrive. He keeps flying to rear and attacking to kill that horror. Now he starts fighting horrors on his own. This one is mind blasting him. Okay. And here you see he's broken now. So he flies away. And so, how fun is that? The horrors win this fight. Because I cast Hell Power. Interesting, isn't it? Infera. It says here the province previously has been conquered by our forces, but Frodi the Angel of Fury has retreated successfully, thankfully, to Lost Canyon Range. So, we'll have a look at that once I'm done with the battles. Here's the mercenaries from Portis attacking Rasbad again, and they are pretty strong, this group here. They take a hit there, but they have protection 18. Is he not a priest unit? I guess they don't benefit from the bless at all, and no, he's not. Oh, yes, he would get a bless because they are in Portisian territory, or in employ. So I think, despite being mercenaries, they would still get the bless. I'm not sure, but I think they would. Now, in the Lost Lands, we are attacking Actinium with a Wraithlord, and we'll kill this province defense, no biggie. In Deep Black Sea, we are being attacked by Actinium. That was the underwater Actinium raiding force, and they are on top of the fort now on the water. So this is what we had to deal with them with. Words are hard. Some of them died to the poison, maybe? Yeah. Okay, 1. They lost 2. Whatever. We killed some. And in the Cerulean Sea, we are attacking Shenton's former underwater provinces. There's not really anything here. Not really that interesting. Did we lose anything? Nope. In Capria, we are attacking Rasbad. This is where they had their army, and I think they staled again this turn. So, how will this go this time around? We have a bigger force, and we have an angel against the demon knights. Now, I've positioned the angel up front to absorb the demon knight charge, But what you see here is bad playing on my part, because they are not up front. Instead, what ends up happening is everyone wants in front of him, and those that do, they die if they meet the Demon Knights, right? These Demon Knights, I guess I think you only summon one at a time, and for him, they must be sort of on par with my angels. Probably not quite. I don't know how much they cost precisely. We can check that. Curse of the Desert. Not even sure what that does. I think I've done Curse of Stones. Yeah, Curse of Stones to give them some fatigue. But honestly, they are just so good that it's not a real issue for them. But they are gaining fatigue now, which is nice. We have Devils landing at the back, and then the Scalar Spam starts. Now I think we recently researched evocation, so now our water mages can do this Cold Blast, which turns out to be really, really good for killing these angels at least. That's nice. So I feel like they suddenly have a much more utility in the combat. Okay, he missed there and hit one of our own troops. But they are the ones killing the devils in the back. Look at that. Almost with every cast they kill the devil, and it's not like, oh, they have susceptible to cold. I didn't even know. So that's why, of course, that they are suffering that horribly to that. Nice. Even better then. Look at these demons knights. Bilbo II flew to the back line and got surrounded by skeletons. I don't think he actually killed anything important back here, and he will never break through those skeletons, but he won't die either. He's got regeneration and an elixir of life. So what this is doing, if anything, is it is denying the Scalar Spam from reaching the front line, thus relieving our troops back here a little bit, which is okay, I guess. But these Demon Knights, there's just so many of them, and they have Fear Aura, and they're just so strong. We killed all the devils, but now it's more about, can we make it out of here with our mages alive? They start running. Some of them. Meanwhile, Bilbo back here is killing skellies all day. Run away, little mages. Yeah, now they are running everyone, but the Demon Knights will give chase. They have trouble killing the Buried Initiate because, you know, he has protection 30. He does have an armor of knight and everything. Not bad. The Buried Consort here seems to be getting away, which is nice. He had Boots of Earth as well. But the Buried Initiate here gets caught. And even with protection 30, they will get through to him. And they kill him. And the angel retreats. So, another failed attempt at killing these Demon Knights. I keep underestimating them. We lose 4 Buried Consort, 1 Buried Initiate, 1 High Priest, and 1 Hydromancer. Pretty devastating loss for attacking a guy who staled, right? But we did destroy his army. There's 14 Demon Knights left, which is less, almost half, and we killed the devils and the 2 Destroyers of Flame. And you know, the devils killed 33 of the units as well. So if the devils hadn't been here, I think the fight would have been very different. But they managed to get in and kill give some good blows. That makes the Demon Knights last longer. The Angel of Fury didn't really do anything. They didn't lose any mages. And now the Angel retreats successfully. I don't think everyone who retreats... Oh no, the Theoderic Acolyte is lost, but everyone else retreats successfully. But definitely a loss here. Yeah. I need to be a little bit more... I need to have more respect for these Demon Knights. I didn't think that they were that strong, but they are really, really strong, apparently. In with Peter, we are attacking Mr. Rustbot. And because he's stale, this guy with the Scalar Spam is still here. Now this is super dangerous again, fighting a Scalar Spammer with the Angel. But he manages to do the thing he needs to do, which is come in from behind and hit the mage first, instead of hitting the skeletons. And then he will clear that. Easy peasy. Good, and that's worth 340 gold right there. So really nice. In Valrest, Frostbot is Vaz is attacking Portis. Some province defense and he doesn't lose anything. In Shenton, we are attacking on the capital. So this is the army that we had moving in with our many large units. And there is in fact a province defense here, but no mages present. And we have an angel and everything. So they do have this little alpha strike of shielded flying dudes, which may have killed something important here, but that's the only chance they really have for dealing some actual damage to our army, I think. Excuse me. Let's see here in Shenton. We lost a high priest, yeah. Some ogres, a sea troll, and 2 shamblers. 7 units in total. And we killed, it was just province defense, all of it, but a pretty big one, so that's good. They lost that, and we are now sitting on the capital of Shenton. In Nomikria, we are being attacked by Atinium. Just a little bit of a raiding force here, and this is where I moved my army in, so they will regret that. And we have province defense here, and we have all the things, so I don't think it's really a fight. We lose some province defense, but they will respawn. In the hole, we are trying to reclaim this from Atinium. And we have an angel moving in and not really any resistance, so he will claim that. In Trotton, we will be attacking Raspad, who took this from us. And since he's stale, his flying army is still here, flying raiding force, which is really good because I want to kill them. And he was set to attack flyers, I think, so he stays. Which is fine, he's gonna kill most of these guys. No trouble, they can't hurt him, I think, yeah. They do run away for the most part, because he has a fear aura and everything. So they don't want to fight him, but he kills a few. And I don't think they have anywhere to run, really. Yeah. So that's good in Omikria. No, in the Trotton. Yes. We killed some of them. In Nern, and some of them might die retreating, if not all of them. In Nern, we don't find anything, just some province defense, so we're taking that one back. Yep, in Ungbalov, we are attacking with our 2 Wraith Lords, if I recall correctly. Yes, indeed, and there's only a little bit of province defense, so we will take that one again. In Cavern Realm, we are now being attacked. So they went for the throne with this army that they are raiding into our territory with. And we only had some province defense on that throne. So they will try to kill some stuff. Again, the dispossessed spirits take a lot of attrition because they just need to be hit and then they die, right? And we have a lot of small attacks with the hobbits. But the trolls are, you know, gonna overpower them for sure. We do kill 42 of them. The hobbits are in fact pretty good for countering the dispossessed spirits because we just need a lot of small attacks, and we had a lot of that. So that's fine. In assist, we are being attacked, or we are attacking. This is our mundane, non-magical raiding force against a little bit of province defense. We can watch them meet the lines. These are on fire and keep distance, so they shouldn't be in any trouble. A low tier fight here, and our lancers will move forward and be the champions that they always are. So long as we don't hit our own troop with our ranged force, we should be good. Did we even lose anything there? We didn't. Nice. In Eknafale, Avas is attacking Potish again with a big force here against a little bit of province defense. Let's have a look at his army for a sec here, just to see like what he's moving forward and raiding with. He spoke about research in an earlier message, so I think he's doing relatively low commitment in terms of mages here, and then he's trying to get some research going, and I'm really excited to see what that will be. I'm sure he's planning something for the end game. In Sunath, we are attacking Atinium with an angel against... Oh, they did have a bunch of Lamias here, so that's really interesting. This is our prophet. And here he is. Protection 20 is still gonna be significant, but his invulnerable doesn't work against the life drain from the Lamias. So we might lose our profit here. What'll happen? He flies to the back line, and there was a mage here. I didn't get to see him, but he was attacking him. Unfortunately, they have another commander here that is mixed in with the Lamias. So, oh, he flies up again, only to land in more or less the same spot. Now the Vine Shield will be good, but he doesn't actually have regen, so any damage that he takes will stick. He does have the Elixir of Life, so he should be okay. And he is killing stuff. He's killing some Lamias. Yep. And I think in some cases he's hitting them, you know, more than once and hitting the same guy so fast that it doesn't get to turn into a snake. It dies. It instantly goes snake and then dies. But the Vine Shield is really what's keeping him in the game here. Right? And slowly killing them. He hasn't taken a hit in a while. To be fair, they do need to roll relatively well to actually damage him. The Vine Shield isn't allowing a lot of them to roll. Their ranged attackers are only hurting them, if anything. Still 33. Let's speed it up more than that. There's a big hit, 13, down to half health. That's where he starts rolling morale checks. You want him to run away rather than dying. Of course. There's another hit, down to 18. Down to 9. Oh, and down to 6, and there he breaks. So, to be fair, this was not a failed assault as such. He kills 23 Lamias, which means that our army that needs to meet this army later will have like 20 less Lamias to deal with and 1 less mage. So all in all, fair enough for maybe taking an affliction, and he does get away to Towan. So everything is fine and dandy. In the Sacred Lake, we are fighting, but we already know that they moved the army out because they moved to the fort, so we have to follow them there. Not much of a fight there. In Kolamirgård, we are being attacked by Atinium with a raiding force, and we had left this one behind. And that's the end of all the battles. In the whole, we get unrest plus 26 in here. Unfortunate. Yeah. So 44 unrest. Let's just go and check real quick here in Towan. Yeah, he did take an affliction. He's weakened. It's not a super important one, but it's annoying, of course. So, yeah, that happened. In Bergamum, unrest and populace. 2 bad events, and then we get a province income boost in Tiffian Sea here. Very nice. Then, let's see. We lose a scout. It's one of those battles where a scout gets discovered. He gets killed when retreating, but they lose 5 units just to, or 6 units just to killing the scout. Let's see, 5. That's 40 gold there, and 10 gold here. They lose 50 gold to kill a 25 gold scout, right? So, in fact, if I had really fought Portis for real, we would do sort of these poking attacks every turn to make them kill their own non-poison resistance troop every turn. It's just really silly. But we are not the ones fighting Portis, so we won't be doing it too much. We are under siege in the Deep Black Sea, and our walls are damaged. But we will be attacking in with both some units from here and from the Sacred Lake, Vaskamaskine, and most of our units. Our raiding force here will be moving to Lake Seaweed. Yep. And let's see, the Cavern Realm and our walls are damaged here. Fortification, it's not bad, and we will be sending Bob in to kick them off of our throne. The AI tends to stay on a fort once they start sieging, so I'm assuming that they will, and we can go in with Bob and clear them. Right, he's going Strength of Gaia, Summon Earth, Vulnerability, and just cast, and then just attack. So he should be unkillable by them. And here we are raiding with... Right, these are the patrollers from in here that we're patrolling, and it's sort of redundant, since there are no big armies nearby that I'm super scared of. So we want to move our patrollers out and be more proactive. They'll be the ones taking this with a scalar spam underground. One of them buffing the effectiveness of the skeletons, but the other two doing just hordes of skeletons. Let's check the rest of the messages here. The entrance to Shenton is breached. And I remember doing this turn, and I didn't, you know, when they come in, they start at maintain siege, and when I click next, they don't prompt. So I logged in to the turn like 1 hour before the turn rolled over, and I was like, let me check the siege. You know, you check the scripts here. And see, okay, this looks fine. Oh, they're not storming. And then I managed to storm them. So we are storming the castle. And we saw him move out all of his mages last turn. Like a big bunch of them. So we have a feeling that there aren't many inside. And we managed to break the siege with 280 siege power in one turn, right? And it has one, so there can't be a lot inside. This will be claiming the capital again. We've had it before, but now we have both Laria and Shenton, and having these two together is really, really nice. We're also building the fortress up in Laria now, so that we have more defense on Laria. Alright. We're 1 unit procured from disease, and here I am trying to still squeeze everything I can out of this Cure All Elixir. This is just curing some units, and we leave it in here because I think there's still a thing that has disease. I guess not. So it's left here without any usefulness this turn. Or maybe I'm moving in something. No. Great. But trying to use that potion for something. And we have another white mage coming in Black Harbor. Good. And he will in fact... I used Balthasar. Okay, so he will be moving out here with... I noticed that he can move to and into the caves. So he'll be bringing the Bone Fiends and trying to claim this Mudwater Caves before Avast thinks that he can take it from the AI here. And we're moving into Sunaf with a... combining the two raiding forces, like the army we had here and the raiding force we had here, into Sunaf. And then a little bit of reinforcements from Kontha as well. We are taking the kit from that Lothar has here, and we'll be giving it back to your Wizard Bob, because we had enough gear, and I think I decided that, okay, it's pretty cool having a bird initiate that is actually a little bit thuggy. So it's fine, and this is what we have in store right now. Oh, I roll over the turn with this Skull Staff, so that's 2 research points that we aren't using. Bad, Keejchen. But that's it for the messages. Alright. Already talking a little bit about the area here. We are moving out here. Still piling in here. We'll now build a palisades in here. We're casting Dispel on... it doesn't specify here, but I know that for a fact that this is on the Eternal Pyre. We want to get this one down. We now know that the game doesn't tell you who dispelled the global enchant, so Avast won't know for certain that I am the one doing it. And our pact didn't really specify not casting dispels on each other's global enchantments. I'm also still sort of suspecting that he was the one who dispelled my Well of Misery, right? I can't know for sure, and you know, if it wasn't and I'm doing this to him and he feels bad about it, I'm sorry, but he is gonna be my final enemy and the most important one. The Mother Oak and the Gift of Health, I don't care, because the AI doesn't utilize their things properly, and they, once we kill the Tinium in here, they will go away, right? So, who cares? In fact, once they die, I might just cast my own Mother Oak with Bob. That would be pretty cool. Huh, I should do that. Yeah. And Well of Misery has been cast. So yeah, okay, I think I mentioned it last episode that don't run here. He should move into Laria to cast the Well of Misery. and I didn't, and I'm still not moving him in because I'm sure whatever. But I did the math, right? And if we do the math, it's 80 gems for the Well of Misery with a 20% reduction in cost. That's like 16 gems you would save for. Okay, and if I wanted to do it, I have to wait 1 turn. So we would save like 16 gems for waiting 1 turn. But if we cast it this turn in Friwald, we get 21 gems in when the turn was over. So the discount would have been better, but waiting for the discount is not worth it. So if it gets dispelled again, I will have Don't Run on Delaria next time. I promise. Yeah. Against Frostbart, who's stale again, we are now moving in 3 angels and Limne here. So more of a thuggy force, because he killed all of my my army next to this province, basically. So, you know, now we're trying with a more thuggy force to clear those demon angels and get rid of them. Also, our troops were scattered to all the winds, so to gather them, I sort of had to gather them in Kepria again, and I'm committing 3 angels this time. Alright. What else? We're entering sight here, yeah. And then I'm sending Smeagol, one guy, into Vuna up here just to raid more than anything, and be super annoying. There's not a lot to gain in this province, but whatever. It's just to annoy the hell out of Frostbart. I would like to motivate the player to do his turns, but you know, I for the last 2 turns I have extended the turns for him, and the last turn here I even let him know about it in the chat. The other times I didn't let him know about it, but I just did it because I thought he would get the 12-hour warning again on email, and then he still stales. So at that point I'm like, I'm gonna, because the old host of the game, he gave us the password so that we can so that he doesn't, like, he was Shenton and he doesn't play anymore. So let's just, so he gave us the password so we could do it ourselves. That's fine. I'm gonna keep extending the turns for him every time, but you know, if only once and only 24 hours, unless he himself does it. You know, he has the password, so he can just go in and extend, and both me and Avas, I think, are fine with it. So he must not want to play, and you know, as I always say, you can't force people to play. But me and Avas wants to play, and he doesn't stale, so that's fine. I still don't think he has staled a single time. I might be wrong about that, but it's like 1 or 2 at maximum. Now we are attacking Carrie and Maya here, also with a little extra raiding force that I had hidden in Avas here, and I'm really okay with having these guys up here, and we will keep building up a raiding force along the border here, so that once the war breaks out, we can sneak in and do some deep raiding like I did with Shenton when we broke when I broke the nap. Yep, that's the correct wording. Now, Shenton has moved out an army here into Jelena Gora, a little one, but maybe enough that I thought the AI would come in here, and therefore we are moving in an extra angel just to help with the war outside the fort, if there is one, so that we don't lose troops that were supposed to storm the castle. Building fortress in here, yeah, okay, and we are counter-raiding. The 4 whites that were in here have disappeared. There's the Wraithboard is in here, but I don't know where the 4 whites went. They might be in here, that's probably where they are, but we lost sight of them. We don't have sight on Weldrith. Oh, they might have made it all the way into Shenton as well. That may be a thing, right? So, but now we can claim these provinces, and we're moving up here. We're taking Florian with Keejchen, the self-insert. This is just a 30+ province defense, so 1 angel should be able to do that. Frodo the Third from Canyon Range is flying up to Hesperia to sit on that fort. Look at Farah here. I've never seen this before. Farah is owned by special monsters. And oh yeah, and I snuck in 2nd Gem Brigade here to give new blood slaves to Frodo once he was done with the fight. but you know, he fled, so we can't give him the blood slaves. And we also found out now that 10 blood slaves is way too many for him anyway. Now Farah, you know, I've played more turns from here on out, so I can tell you that there aren't, in fact, no enemy units in here. But I was just uncertain, because you saw that the horrors survived, and I'm uncertain about what the kind of thing that would do. So I'm not moving anything in this turn, but we could, in fact, have taken it just by saying attack here, right now. Like this, right? Attack current province. We would get it, and there's nothing in here. But I didn't know, so I didn't want to take the chance and maybe fight some horrors. But next turn we will move in a Wraith Lord to test, and we've discovered that it is in fact free, so all good. Now against Atinium we keep raiding with the Wraith Lords both here, here, and here. And you know what, we will continue to get more Wraith Lords, and we are killing his armies. So eventually we're just slowly whittling them down, and we'll be sitting on top of Atinium here now. And he still has 2 Lamia forces moving around that are a little bit concerning, and then the 1 army down here, but I think they are thinning out relatively fast. And then they have a good amount of mages in here though. So they aren't done yet. Oh, and they have the force up here that Bob will be dealing with. Anything else? That's sort of the strategic layer. Avas is slowly taking Portis. Not as fast as I thought he would, so which is nice. He's being cautious, I think, which is also always good. We aren't expanding in the sea because I wanted to search and search with these 2 here, so we patrol as well because it's got high unrest, and we can preach for a turn as well. In the early game, we didn't want our dominion to spread too much because we had the death domain. At this stage in the game, I think gold is mattering less and less. So I would rather extend our dominion as much as possible because it allows Bob to go further, and if they are using their pretender, they will not get the bless. And you know, fighting in dominion gives you a morale bonus, and it seems like it's a good idea to expand the dominion in the late game. So that's why we're doing it. We're moving some mages here as well to be twice-born. I'm starting to use the Boots of Quickness more and more for map movement, which is really nice. Spares us a turn of movement every once in a while. We're taking Ashenton as well with a raiding force here. Anything else? Anything else? Come at me, bro, is moving up there to help. The new angel, Samwise III, is moving to Kepria as well. I think that's where he's going. Yeah. So here you can see the arrow in behind the menu, but if I go and look, no, okay, it bounces over to Kepria. We can see this now. Fine. Yeah. What else? That's the strategic layer for you. Then let's do the crafting, as I like to do the crafting. I'm not sure it's super necessary, but I'm sure some people are interested in that part. Nothing here really. Then Will of Misery in here, of course, and then Elixir of Life. Winged Shoes, because I started using the Boots of Quickness to get around. I thought, well, we can use this guy to craft some winged boots for us. That will also help with that whole thing. So we have some flying boots to give to people so we can have more map movement. Making that a little bit easier on our guys. Burning Pearl being forged in here. Nothing there. We didn't end up using Meriadoc here. We'll use him to take the mirror. Main Gauge of Parrying being crafted in here. And I'm doing this because we do have some weapons that are of longer length, and then if we want to use the Ambidextrous 2, for example, with that we need a shorter weapon, and the main gauge is length 0, so we can combine that with the length 2 or 3 to better kit out our Buried Initiates. In Laria, we are casting Contact Hill Giant, we're building the fortress, doing an Axe of Sharpness, Reanimate Soulless, That's it, searching for water, because I'm not sure Shanton has done it, but he must have, because there's this water thing here. I'm casting Gnome Lore as well now in Pergamai. Where is that even? Yeah, I don't know. Pergamai. I don't see it. Pergamai. I'm sure you guys have noticed it already. Pergamai. Anyway, just doing, instead of moving people out to site search, gonna use these spells now. I think I want to do that more in future games as well. Just use the site searching spells instead of moving out. We did use the big one a few times, but I like the smaller ones as well because they are cheaper but then of course less mage turn efficient. Because you need to search. You need to cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 spells effectively. You can't do it in priest levels, and you probably don't need to do it in blood. So the other 7 though, right? 7 mage turns compared to 1 mage turn, but it's way more expensive in gems to do it with the astral one. But whatever. Continuing with construction, or casting his horror specs, Ring of Regeneration in here, and forgot about the fire weaknesses moving into Laria now. So is Wretches here, who's casting Hill Giants. Now I lost track of my crafting here. We also crafting Boots of Quickness in the water. Down here, nothing, and in there, I already covered it. Storm Castle there. Good. I think we've been around. No messages being sent. Let's check the score graphs. I haven't done that in a few episodes. So provinces are going up again, but we aren't actually even near our max we were at. This is when Atinium was taken over by the AI, I think. But we'll be approaching that again soon. Forts is at an all-time high. Income is reaching the cap we were at before, and we are casting Well of Misery next turn, so it will go way up again. Gem income is spiraling. Is that what it's called? Spiraling? No, spiraling is it's rising, I suppose. Research always rising, and it even has a little bit of a rise recently, which is nice because we are trying to race towards construction 8. Dominion is rising. Army size is not really growing all that much, but we had that. I don't remember what this was, but it must have been a bad turn for us. And then ascension points here. Let's have a look at the research. We're just beelining for construction 8. And I think I said a few times that we needed 8,000 to get to construction 8, but you know, I'm wrong about that, because the 8,000 is to get conjuration to level 9. To get a thing to level 8, you need about 4,000, so it's a lot closer than I thought. And we have almost 900, or almost 1,000 in research points per turn now. So construction 8 is about, how many turns away? Like 4 to 6, because we are rising in research every turn. And the thing we're going for is the Chalice of blah blah. It's like a Holy Grail, and the Holy Grail allows you to get Affliction Healer. And Affliction Healer is what we need to heal our angels. We can pass it around and heal our angels, so we don't have to do more blood magic like Frodo. We could do the blood magic like Frodo, but once we're done with construction 8, I want to get to blood magic 7, so that we can do vampires as well, which I think will be good against. They are fire weak, so I'm sure Avas will think that that's good for them, but I still think they are good. They are immortal, so even if he manages to kill them with a bunch of fire spells, then it's fine. And then we have, they sort of are in the same league as Wraith Lords. So, let's check in blood magic. Where do you get Demon Knights? Demon Knight, like in level 5 here. It's 2 blood and 2 earth. Oh. And yeah, only 8 slaves. Wow. But you only get 1 per casting. But it's only 8 slaves. That's really cheap. Now, I don't think we can actually cast it, unfortunately, but it's a cool spell, and I didn't think that they would be worth it in the way, you know, it's 8 slaves for 1 dude, but as we have seen, they are clearly worth 8 slaves, so that's cool. Now we are going for Curse of Blood still, and I just, you know, it's 77, and that means with, like, if we want to cast 1 per turn, we can't even do 2 turns now, so we might as well just save up gems. I think he is, no, he's set into research now, Mr. Bloody Pete here. But yeah, magic items, this is what we have in store. Did I do everything then? I think we did. So I guess that's the end of the episode. I am dragging on and on. I'm sorry. I hope it's still interesting for you guys. The coming war with the Vas will be interesting for sure. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching for now. See you next time. Bye bye.